Welcome to a bit of unusual camera comparison between the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate against the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. So let's get started. This is an unusual camera review because it's raining and so wet outside that I decided to do it indoors. So here we have the cameras and just look at the specs. We have the 1-inch 50 megapixel sensor of the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, where the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate is a bit behind, also 50 megapixels, but 1/1.12 inch size sensor, also almost 1 inch size sensor here as well, or 1.0 type sensor. Anyway, we have a 64 megapixel periscope zoom on both, 3.5 times zoom. The Honor Magic 4 Ultimate has a 64 megapixel ultrawide in contrast to the 48 megapixel ultrawide on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. And the Vivo X90 Pro Plus has another sensor, which is a 50 megapixel telezoom, where the 50 megapixel ultra spectrum, I think it is, camera on the Magic 4 Ultimate is there, but it is only enhancing the photos. You cannot really choose it to take photos. So this is for the back cameras. The front facing cameras, we have 32 megapixels on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, and we have 12 megapixels on the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate in this little cutout that you can see there. And I think we start off with the front facing video. This is now the front-facing video on the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate. Despite only having 12 megapixels, it can record 4K 30, and I have 3 different zoom features here on the front-facing camera. This is the widest field of view that I have right now, but I can also go to 0.8 times, which crops only slightly in there, but helps tremendously with stabilization. And then I have the 1 time, which looks like this. And it's also, I think, pretty okay, I would say. It doesn't have any autofocus here, but I think 0.8 time is the one that I like the most. What do you think about this one here? And let's check out the Vivo. And now I'm recording with the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, and this is what you get with this one. You can see it's a bit cropped in. I don't have really a zoom possibility to zoom out, though I have the possibility to zoom in if I want to, which is a digital crop 2 times maximum. Not sure why you should want to do this. Maybe if you have presenting earphones or eyelashes or something like this, eyeliner, something like this, then this might be one thing for you. Otherwise, 1080p only, despite having 32 megapixels, is a bit of a downer, I would say. And also in this like lower light situations indoors, now we're getting to the light, I think not the best. But what do you think about this Vivo front-facing video? And now we come to one of the highlights of the Magic 4 Ultimate, the very large 1/1.12 inch sized sensor. And this is what you can expect. It's like dim lit situations with a bit of light in the background. How's the background bokeh here? And how does it look like in general when I go a bit to the light? I think it is brightening things up a lot. I have the possibility during recording of 4K 30 frames per second also to switch to the ultra wide angle, which I will do right now. So there we see the ultra wide angle, 64 megapixels. It gets pretty wide, I would say, very good for vlogging, and stabilization is also fine when I walk around here. And what we want to do right now is also check out the zoom capabilities, because with the 64 megapixel zoom, I have also the possibility to zoom in to something. So I'm like zooming in here. You can see there this little birdhouse I want to zoom in. So this is 1 time it switched lenses. This is 3.5 times it should have switched lenses there. And this is now 10 times zooming in through a window. This is why you see probably a little bit of a reflection there. But yeah, this is how the zoom looks like on the Magic 4 Ultimate. When you're recording 4K 30 frames per second, it has a 15-minute cap. So after 15 minutes, it will stop recording. What do you think about this one? And now I'm recording with the 1-inch type sensor on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. Background, again, a little bit overblown probably, and a bit darkish kind of conditions. And let's go into the light to see how it will brighten up. What do you think about this 1-inch size sensor in terms of bokeh, background, and so on? And of course, also 4K 30 frames per second. I have the ability to switch to the ultra wide angle for recording. So let's do this here. Let's slide it down. Now I am on the ultra wide angle. What do you think about this one here? I think it's not getting so wide as on the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate. This is like 40 millimeters. I think the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate can go up to 11 millimeters or something like this maximum. At least it's wider, definitely, than this Vivo X90 Pro Plus. What do you think about this one here and about the stabilization? When I walk around a little bit, this one has autofocus just like on the Honor that can be utilized for macro shots. And what I want to do is also focus on the birdhouse. So let's do this. And there you can see it, HDR galore, I would say, a bit over sharpened the picture. Let's zoom in. This is one time. It switched lenses. You can see it's a bit unsharp. This is an effect that I have also sometimes, that it's getting a bit blurry for some reason. And then when I zoom in further, this is now 2 times the sensor. It switched again the lenses. And now I'm reaching 3.5 times. It's not switching anymore. 5 times. It's not switching anymore, as you can see here. Now I'm reaching 10 times zoom. And this is the maximum zoom. It's not switching to the 10 times zoom lens, so I have to stop recording here and start with the 10 times zoom. Now here's the 3.5 time zoom video that I started. You can see it's working fine, and I have the ability even to zoom in to up to 10 times, and this is how it will look like on this little birdhouse here. But it's a bit finicky, and I'm not sure why it cannot switch between all the lenses when I start recording at one time. It's working fine when I start recording at 3.5 times, so something that Vivo has to fix in software. What do you think? So here now the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, again with the main sensor, because it was blurry on the video as you saw, because it sometimes has this issue in darker situations that the autofocus gets distracted. I think the laser autofocus is like messing up the focusing, and then I have something completely out of focus or focusing on the background instead of me. So what do you think about the background blur here and the quality of the main sensor in this like dim lit situation indoors? So here the video on the left, Magic 4 Ultimate, on the right, Vivo X90 Pro Plus. We start off with the front-facing video. What we can see here is the wider field of view on the Magic 4 Ultimate. We have a bit of more overblown highlights here for sure. It's darker in general on the X90 Pro Plus, but also a bit sharper, sharpened up artificially a bit. Where on the Magic 4 Ultimate we have a quite soft kind of look because it is so ultra-wide. And if I play back, you can clearly see that when I move around here, we have a bit of artifacts and softness going on, a lot of noise as well on this phone, but this one does have this as well. So yeah, I'm talking about the free zoom lenses there, and if we go there to the 0.8 times zoom, you can clearly see that it is still wider than the Vivo X90 Pro Plus a bit, definitely. And then the next one is the, you can see how blurry and how much noise there is as well. And when I go slightly back to the one time, this is roughly what the Vivo X90 Pro Plus also has. Both very blurry here, I would say, especially in the background and especially when you're moving around a bit. And yeah, but I think the less shadowy kind of more brightened up face look on the Ultimate is giving me a bit more pleasant look, where yeah, definitely overexposure there. Vivo X90 Pro Plus is a bit too soft with its 1080p footage, but you can tell me what you think about the front-facing video. Let's take a look at the back-facing video. This is very interesting, the main camera lens here. When I take a look at them both here starting at this window, you can clearly see that they're both starting very fine, but the Magic 4 Ultimate is brightening up my face a bit more, with Vivo X90 Pro Plus decided to leave it dark. And yeah, both is not very pleasant, but I think the HDR in this case is a bit better. We have also some color moiré here on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus that we don't see so much on the Magic 4 Ultimate. So yeah, there might be a filter there. So it is sharpened up on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus for sure. It's a bit softer on the Magic 4 Ultimate. You can clearly see it in my face when I walk around there. And also when I run around here, the background is sharper. And now you know why, because yes, the Vivo X90 Pro Plus is totally misfocusing, not focusing on my face. It is focusing on the background. This is a problem that I had often in this dim lit situations where the Vivo X90 Pro Plus has focusing issues. And here also clearly the Magic 4 Ultimate, yeah, looks sharp, looks good, looks okay. Here also my face is a bit yellowish. Not sure why that is the case. Maybe because also the focusing issue is causing this, but this is yeah what you will have here. But we will compare this later on as well. Let's check out the ultra-wide angle when I switch to it. So yeah, that's almost the same as you can see here. Switching to the ultra-wide angle, we can see a big difference in terms of wideness with the ultra-wide angle. How wide the ultra-wide angle on the Magic 4 Ultimate is, that you can clearly see like the opening here to another room. We don't see it on the X90 Pro Plus so much. Also, there's a color difference. You can see it's getting darker on the Ultimate, and especially towards the sides, a lot darker, different color here. Definitely on the sides, and the Vivo X90 Pro Plus keeps its color pretty nicely. But also has a lot of noise, as you can see here in grain. I would say even a bit more than the Magic 4 Ultimate. When I zoom in here, let's check out. We see a lot of noise here on the side for sure, and it's getting a bit softer because of its wideness. And here also color noise on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. And we can also see clearly that it is a bit softer on the Magic 4 Ultimate, and a bit sharpened up, definitely for sure, even though it's also soft, not so much detail on my face on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. So let's get them side by side again, and let's them roll again. And yeah, also here the noise and issues there. Let's go a bit further here with this one, but you can clearly see that the face, let's go back here just a second there to have like almost the same kind of yeah, here we can clearly see also what the Vivo X90 Pro Plus is doing. It's like brightening things up in the background, and my face looks a bit weird. Let's go maybe back here a second. There we go. Again, you can see it's brightening things up here, and my face looks a bit too pale. It just looks a bit weird, I have to say. On the Magic 4 Ultimate, it's not really tons better because you see some noise, but I think the face color, it got it better. It got it right. So in terms of zoom capabilities, I don't think I have to tell you that, yeah, we have the major issue on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. First of all, with the focusing, that I think the laser autofocus was like distracted by the window here. So it's strange because Magic 4 Ultimate, I think, also uses laser autofocus, but the main doesn't have this issue here, which is weird. And also, like you see, the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, only the main has this issue, and the other ones are fine. And when you like compare this zoom range here, of course, 10 times maximum on the Magic 4 Ultimate, and then the Vivo X90 Pro Plus just, yeah, simply cropping in. It doesn't look pleasant on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, but we can take a look at the zoom lens, the 3.5 times, to compare as well. Let's do this. There we go. And yeah, we have this little white dot here, which is a reflection of the window, of course. But if I go into 10 times, you can clearly see that we have a bit of better colors on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus for sure. So it's not only the overexposure here of the reflection of the window, but the wood color is better. It's a little bit overexposed on the Magic 4 Ultimate for some reason. And also we have a bit more punchy colors in the background. Let's go to full screen to check this out. This is how it looks like here, and this is how it looks like here. But you can see it's a bit softer on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. So this might be a bit deceiving, having them side by side with a bit of more contrast added on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, but it's a bit softer in general. And yeah, this is the zoom capabilities on both, as you can see when moving around. And I think I can see some noise here on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. I fail to see, there's a bit of noise on the Magic 4 Ultimate as well. So yeah, what do you think about those? And then of course the main cameras with correct focus. Interesting here in this dim lit situation. Again, the Magic 4 Ultimate is exposing on my face, so by brightening up things, even the shadows are not so harsh as on the X90 Pro Plus, where it kept the shadows harsh and the background dark as it almost is, but it may be a bit too dark, where the Magic 4 Ultimate is brightening things a little bit too much up. When we take a look at the bokeh, this is the Magic 4 Ultimate, I think it looks quite okay. And now the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, I don't see much of a difference. Do you see the difference there in terms of bokeh? Let's look at this here, where my bookshelf is, compare it with here. Think that they're almost on par there when it comes to the bokeh. So not much of a difference there. It's just like funny to see that we have the higher contrast on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. It looks a bit uglier, I have to say, but it's also sharpened up for sure. It's much more sharper than the Magic 4 Ultimate that is kind of soft already here and it doesn't show so much detail on my skin for sure. It has a slight overexposure here because it's like brightening things up. We have this here as well, but it's not as bad as on the Magic 4 Ultimate. So what do you think about the video here? I think I give this one to the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, even though I like the look where it's like brightening up the shadows a bit on my face a bit better, which might be helpful when you are a one-man show and doing videos indoors at home with crappy lighting. But what do you think? Write it down in the comments. Here we have the photos. On the left always the Magic 4 Ultimate, on the right always the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. Here we can see we have a bit of more bluish kind of exposure on the X90 Pro Plus. We can see it here in the wall, which is a bit more blue and a bit warmer on the Magic 4 Ultimate. When it comes to detail level, we have a very interesting fact here. Expected much better on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, larger 1-inch size sensor, but I think against the Magic 4 Ultimate's almost 1-inch size sensor, it cannot really win. We have a bit more noise definitely on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, less noise on the Magic 4 Ultimate. The Magic 4 Ultimate does better denoising algorithms. You can see it here in the little thing here in the background. But when we take a look at the floor, for example, the more details are kept with the Vivo X90 Pro Plus because it has more noise there and it's not aggressively denoising as on the Magic 4 Ultimate. You can also clearly see it here as well. So what do you think about this one here? Detail levels and so on, the rest is very, very clear, almost the same. A bit more punchy colors on the X90 Pro Plus because I left the default profile on in all my photos here. In this case, I didn't want to switch to the size thing because the Magic 4 Ultimate is also boosting up colors, punchy colors. When it comes to close-up shots, the Magic 4 Ultimate fails here, I think, in a bit. The Vivo X90 Pro Plus is better in this close-up shot, not in terms of details, but just simply the white balance is much more pleasing to the eye with the warmer kind of color that we have here. And the bokeh balls are nice on both, I would say. More realistic colors on the Magic 4 Ultimate, but this is like a color kind of difference. I was surprised that the T-Star codec is not doing so great here, where the Magic 4 Ultimate is doing, I think, a little bit of better job. Portrait modes is basically equal on both. Not much of a difference here. I have this little pig for good luck on new ear, and you can see, yeah, both doing struggle a bit, the Magic 4 Ultimate and the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. The Vivo is using its dedicated 2x lens, and the Magic 4 Ultimate is cropping in to the main lens. You can see there's not much of a difference. They both fail with the portrait mode here completely. The Vivo X90 Pro Plus slightly better because it keeps this flower in, where here it's blurred out as well. So yeah, what do you think? Which one is better? When you go and look at the zoom shot now without portrait mode enabled on the 3.5x zoom, both I think using the same kind of sensor because besides the color punch on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, there's not much of a difference, basically on par. There's a bit of more noise creeping in on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, which yeah, is not so noisy, but a little bit less sharp on the Magic 4 Ultimate. So very, very equal when it comes to the zoom shots here and the zoom lenses, also at maximum zoom. When you take a look at the ultra wide angle, we can see Magic 4 Ultimate should have 11mm. Why it's cropping down to 60mm? By default, the button to ultra wide is cropping down to 60mm. But why is it doing it? Because of this here. Just look at this major difference here in terms of sharpness and details. The Magic 4 Ultimate crushes the Vivo X90 Pro Plus in ultra wide angle, and this is on the 60mm one, because if you press the ultra wide angle, it is utilizing the main plus the ultra spectrum camera and the ultra wide angle, and gives you a very nice, pleasant and very sharp shot. When I just compare this with the 11mm, which is far, far wider than the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, that by the way has better HDR, as you can clearly see here on the top of the lamp, which is just insane what the Vivo X90 Pro Plus is doing. Also equally light out, where the Magic 4 Ultimate here has like this little bit of vignetting. Definitely not because of the lens, but simply dark areas. It's more, yeah, more dark there around. And when we go at 11mm and compare them, they're a bit more similar, but I think there's already over-processing going on in the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, over-sharpening going on. You can clearly see it's less natural looking on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. It's a bit unsharp here and there, but where it is sharp, it is like on the Magic 4 Ultimate, just simply crushing the X90 Pro Plus in terms of sharpness, in terms of details. So yes, the Magic 4 Ultimate definitely has the much better ultra-wide angle. When we take a look at night shots, this is really a night shot now, really dark. I couldn't see the things here. We can clearly see the Vivo X90 Pro Plus doing a better job with its larger 1-inch sensor. Both fail in white balance, but the Magic 4 Ultimate is a bit too green here, too yellowish. The X90 Pro Plus is handling much better here. But yeah, nighttime, ultra nighttime shots go definitely to the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. And here I like the Vivo Magic 4 Ultimate a little bit better because the Vivo has a bit of cooler color tone here in terms of detail and sharpness. I think also that the Vivo is less sharp there. The Magic 4 Ultimate doing a little bit of a better job throughout the whole star to capture this one. So yeah, this one goes to the Magic 4 Ultimate. Both very, very close. The big advantage on the Vivo X90 Pro Plus for the main sensor I really don't see. Only in very, very low light, then you can clearly see an advantage. The main sensors are one thing, the front-facing camera is another thing, 32 megapixels against Magic 4 Ultimate's 12 megapixels. It looks directly a little bit less sharp on the Magic 4 Ultimate, but it is just a bit over-sharpened on the X90 Pro Plus, and it is 32 megapixels. When I zoom in, you can clearly see when I zoom in here as well. It's basically the same. There's a bit of more contrast, maybe tiny bit more details on the X90 Pro Plus thanks to the higher resolution. But nevertheless, I would give no one the point here. Both are basically equaling themselves out. So not much of a difference. Also in terms of colors, there's maybe a bit of warmer color tone on the Magic 4 Ultimate. This is basically it. And noise reduction is working there better throughout all lenses as we saw before. So which one would you give the point? I think the Vivo X90 Pro Plus is winning here only because of the telezoom lens for better portraits. Otherwise the Magic 4 Ultimate is keeping very, very good there, keeping up with this, and you struggle to find difference, especially in daylight situations. This is our nighttime situations where you struggle to find big difference between them. So I really would say applaud Honor for its Magic 4 Ultimate and give the slight win here to the Vivo X90 Pro Plus. What do you think?